But two things. Number one, we are going to work on this transfer today. Let your heart be glad. Isn't that pretty? So I feel like it could either work for Valentine, because it's talking about hearts, but it also can work for spring. I just think it even could be used year-round. So it's so pretty, and really it would depend on the colors you're going to use, I think, as well. I mean, if you just did it in strictly Valentine color, I think that obviously you might not want it up all year round. But if you did it to go with whatever your decor color is, it would work perfectly. So I just think it's really, really pretty. This is a C-size transfer, and it's called Let Your Heart Be Glad. And it's $24.99. It is available on my shop. If you have questions about anything I'm using today, just shoot me a message. I'll be glad to share the information with you. I can even make you up a cart link if that makes it easier, but just ask me any questions you want. The surface I'm using is not from my site, but we do have many surfaces that do work. This transfer is, it works good on a 12 by 18 surface, which I actually have one back here. That's what this is. I'm pretty sure that's a 12 by 18 right there. We have one, I don't want to show you that because that's a project I'm going to be doing that I really want to do. But this is a 12 by 18 surface. This is one of our couture surfaces. So that it would work really nice. I haven't even taken it out of the thing. It would work really nice on this. The Gallery Aiden style white frame, and then also our reclaimed diagonal palette. So let me see if I can find that for y'all. Let me see. I think I have one of those. Do I have one that size? Oh, give me a second and I'll show you guys. Hang on. Pretty sure I have one that hasn't been used. Not that one. Maybe I don't. I thought I did. Nope, that's not it. I do have a Grayson frame, but I haven't opened that one up, so I can't even show it to you. Maybe I already did. Oh, I think I did the project on that one that I'm thinking about. I think I did it. I don't think that's it. No. The project that I did on that was my sled, sled project. So anyway, we have a variety of frames on our site that you would be able to use that would fit this transfer. But if you ask me, I did purchase this elsewhere. It was at Christmas. It was from a Christmas purchase, a Christmas shop. But I'm thinking it was Michael's. I'm not 100% sure, but I'd be glad to share the information with you if you wanted to look for something like this. But it does say it's a Christmas shop. So I'm sure I got it on clearance, and that's why. But it's a really nice frame. It actually has a little thing for hanging it here. I'm going to remove that because we're going to be working with it this direction. So I'm going to end up taking that off anyway. But I have put wax on the wood prior to, let me put this up since I've already told you the name of the transfer. I did put wax on the wood to go ahead and start it getting prepared today. So I'll just buff that before we get started. But before we get started, two things. Again, I was telling you the name of the transfer, where I got the stuff, but my color choices, I think I'm going to go with these because I think I'm going to add these to, since it's such a nice big board, I'm probably going to look for a ribbon. I didn't find one before I went on, but I didn't have a lot of time to look. But I'm probably going to look for a ribbon that will coordinate with these colors. But look at how pretty these are. These are little felt flowers I got from the DT, and they came in the package. I don't remember if it was all 4 in the package or 2. They may or may not still have them. I got them in January, early in January. But I think I'm going to use these and attach them on here and kind of just, you know, add a little bit of something to our, just add a little bit of something. I don't know. I'm not sure where I put them. I don't think I'll put them on top of where I'm going to chalk. I think I'm going to use them in other places. But haven't figured that part out yet. We may or may not do that during the live because I have to think it through. And like I said, I do want to try to find maybe a ribbon that will coordinate, because then I could do a nice bow at the top. But I think this is going to be my color inspiration. I am going to go with our current jam. And I'm going to go with our peony. These are going to be my color inspiration. And then I'm going to find, I was thinking about using our eucalyptus. I love this color. Isn't that a pretty color? It's going to be so pretty for spring. But I think I'm going to find something that coordinates a little bit better with the leaf. So let me look at my greens. Maybe, I think pesto is going to be too dark. And really it's just going to be these. So I don't think I'm going to do any shimmer. I think I'm going to stay away from the shimmer. So I may do my pistachio, or maybe I'll mix two. Wait a minute, what's this one? Sage. Maybe sage would be better. Let's see. I don't know. I'll have to look at those and see which color. It's got a lot of blues in it, which I love, love, love. And that one's more bright. So, I'm not sure. If you guys have an opinion, I'd love to hear it. It's much more fun to craft with friends. That's why. By the way, welcome to my craft room. This is Expressions in Chalk. I am an independent designer with Chalk Couture. I love to come on and share project ideas with you guys, inspire you, inform you, show you how to do these projects or give you ideas on how to do them, but also, you know, educate it, just, you know, and help you along the way. But it just brings me joy to be able to do crafting and to share craft projects with you guys. So thank you for letting me come into your life and do that. If you would hit that heart button, that would just be so great, because sharing is caring in Facebook world. And I would love it if you would sprinkle it out to your friends. And by that, I just mean S-H-A-R-E. Speaking of which, I am a VIP group, which I've mentioned. I try to mention this every time. I do have a VIP group. And what that is, okay, where are you? What that is just a, I don't know if I can find me. I am live. It says I'm live, but I'm not seeing it on my post. New expression. Here we go. Yes, so I do have a VIP group, and what that is, it's just a private crafting group. It's a place where I can be more one-on-one with you. I can share different project ideas. I can share sales. I can share insider information, all of that type of information within my VIP group, and it's free. And I'm hoping that also at some point we'll be doing a monthly craft night. I think maybe in March. I'm just going to start it, and whoever wants to join can join. And we'll pick one day or evening a month, and I'll wait until after the club transfers come in, and we'll do a club project. And you can join in whether you have the club project or don't have the club project, and we'll do it via Zoom. I'll offer it via Zoom. And that's what I just like to do on that side. So that's my VIP group. If you're interested, just type VIP in the comments, and I'll be glad to get you that information. But I'm just, I don't know, I might have to wait and get, I don't know, I feel like that one's too bright. I love it because it's so springy, but I'm thinking we're going to go with the sage because I feel like that's more in the tones that we're looking at. So, and it actually matches my shake. Sorry, that's one of my meals. And I should have already had that done, but I got busy cleaning. Are you guys like that? I have to get my chores done before I can move on to things like this, like to do the things that I consider fun or enjoyable. So, and I had to run errands, and I've had too many chores today, so that's why I was really hoping to get on earlier. But we have sunshine still, so that's a good thing. All right, the next thing I wanted to cover with you before we start our project, that's given our wax a little bit of time to cure too, is if you saw my post earlier, look what I got I got some happy mail. I got my my club transfer for February finally. I didn't place an order in January after the 15th, which is how they were running it before for designers. As a designer, I get the same transfer that the club members get. That way I can kind of go ahead and demonstrate it and show projects with it. But usually I get it before you guys do because, you know, that way I can kind of share it with you as soon as February starts. But I didn't get an order, and I didn't do any order after January 15th, I guess. Or maybe, yeah, after January 15th. So usually they were doing it if you did an order after the 15th of the month, you got the next month's transfer. Since I didn't do that in January, I didn't get it until now, but they have changed that beginning in, I don't remember if it's February or March. Any order you place throughout the month, you get the next month's transfer. So like the order I placed on Tuesday on launch day, it's going to include the March transfer already. So that'll be great. I'll have it ahead of time, and I'll actually be able to do it the first Saturday in March, which is what I usually try to do. On Saturdays, I try to share the project. So that's what I'll be doing this Saturday. This is the February club exclusive transfer. And if you are a club member, it should have already gone out yesterday, so you'll be getting that soon in your mailbox. This is for, to be a club member, it's just $19.99 a month. And you get the transfer and 3 paste packets. And I have to look it up because I forgot to check. But you get 3 single paste packets. These are single paste packets. And you can do multiple projects with them. But, sorry guys, I got something on my phone. But I am looking forward to doing this project with this. I think I'm probably just going to do an inking project with it maybe on Saturday anyway, because I want to do a giveaway of the bag. But if you sprinkle, speaking of which, if you sprinkle my video, if you'll put sprinkled in the comments, then you will be entered into a drawing to win a free gift every month. So I am going to be doing that anytime people are sprinkling. I want to kind of just say thank you for sharing the love, and that's my way of doing it. So, but this is this month's transfer, $19.99 a month. It's a B-size transfer, which means nothing to you, but basically it's about 8.5 by 11 size. So it's a good size, but you can pull bits and pieces out of it if you don't want to do the whole big transfer. So we'll be doing that project on Saturday. If you're interested in that, let me know. You get 3 coordinating paste packets. You get video and written instructions. I try to share other ideas as well on my VIP page. And then you get, this doesn't cost you to ship, but you also get, if you buy anything else from my site, from my website, you get $4.95 flat rate shipping. So it's a great deal. I just mailed a package today to my daughter. Honest to God, it was no bigger than a shoebox. Was not heavy, and it cost me $12. So, and she lives on the other side of North Carolina. It's ridiculous. So $4.95 is a great deal, just that alone. All right, guys, just letting you know, that's what we'll be working on. I did get that, so I'm excited. So let's get started. So like I said, I prepared this with surface wax because it's wood, and usually with wood, we want to prepare it with surface wax. I will double check before I get off whether or not this has restocked, okay? And please feel free to comment because I love to interact with you guys. If I miss your comments now, I will reply to them after the live as well. And if you're watching this on replay, put replay in the comments because that way it lets me know you've seen it. But our surface wax, it lasts a really long time. It's a great product. If we don't have it in stock or you don't have it, you might have something on hand if you're a crafter. You can go to Wally World or any of the craft stores, and they do have wax that you can put on wood before you do. I think Men Wax might do it or somebody before you ever, to prep your surface. But basically, we're doing this because we don't want our transfer to stick too much to the wood or try to pull up any wood fibers. Plus, we're trying to even out our surface because, wood is porous and it's going to be uneven. It's not going to be completely flat and straight like a chalkboard or a man-made material might be. So, oh, I feel sticky there. What is that? So, that's why we prepare it with wax. And then hopefully it's also preparing it to accept our paste really well so that our paste will look nice on there. And our paste is just chalk paste, wet chalk paste. That's what I'll be using today. All these will be are available in my shop as well, you guys. And like I said, the colors I'm using are Currant Jam, Peony, and Sage today. Okay, so let's get started. Now this transfer is a little bit bigger. So as I mentioned last night in my live, working with a bigger transfer, last night I didn't have to fuzz my transfer, which is basically exactly what it sounds like. Our transfers, these are silk screen transfers that are reusable 10 to 12 times, and they're sticky on the back side, so they're going to adhere to whatever surface you put them on. And I haven't used this one before. So you want it to be sticky, but not so much so that when you go to pull it up, it tries to stretch or distort your transfer. So we fuzz that ahead of time. And by fuzzing, what that means is we add fuzz to it, exactly like it sounds. So you need some kind of fabric to pick up fuzz. If you don't have a cloth or a t-shirt, you can use your own clothes. Now that felt like it probably just grabbed a piece of my hair. But you can just use, we have a fuzzing cloth that has terry on one side and microfiber on the other. But we also, if not, you can just use a bath towel or a dish towel, whatever you have that works for the size of what you're working with. But you're just basically trying to pick up some fuzz from whatever the fabric is that you're putting on it to make it a little less sticky. And with it being brand new, you want to make sure you fuzz it about, 3 or 4 times, not too much. I still want to get a good contact, but I don't want it to distort my. And just make sure, like I was just saying then, let me put on my glasses, reading glasses, I can't see. Like I can see there's a piece of hair there, whether it's mine or the dog's, I don't know, but make sure you don't have any hair or fuzz in your silk screen area. So if you get something like that, try to get it off. It's not always easy. So that's what I got right there. There we go, got it. Now let's see. I see some fuzzes. I desperately, and I've said this, I don't know how many times, I desperately need to wash my fuzzing cloth, and I have not taken it downstairs to do it. Okay, so I'm going to move my chalk over here, kind of out of the way, so I can have a little more room to work, because I like to share the projects with you all this way, so that you can see it well. But I'm going to place my transfer so that all my silk screen is on the surface area. Hang on just a second. Let's see if that comes back up. I got a message that I needed to see right away. What did he say? What did he say? Sorry, you guys, hang with me just a minute. Hubby is out of town, and he was sending me a message on his way home. Let's see if I can find it. Hang on just a second, you guys. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Little interruption. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. Now I can see it over here too. Okay, sorry about that. So, as I was saying, we want to make sure that we are placing our transfer, the silkscreen area, on the surface that we're using. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball it and, make sure it's straight. Obviously, the words kind of tilt and weave and what have you, but I'm making sure that I'm going to try as best I can to make it straight. If this really bothers you, then get a ruler out and do it exact, but it's up to you. It's whatever works for you. It is repositionable, so I'm trying to make sure I don't get too close to the edge, because this is, it's a snug fit this way. This way I have plenty of extra room, but this way it's a little snug, so I want to make sure that I'm not getting too close to the edge, that my image won't show up. Feels pretty close. And once you have it placed, okay, I think that's better. We're near, but we're not right at the edge. Okay, once you have it placed where you'd like it to be, make sure you smooth it down and press as hard as you can, because you want to get good contact with your sticky back to your surface, so that your chalk paste doesn't try to bleed. It shouldn't, because the chalk paste is thick enough. It's a nice consistency. It's like it's kind of like yogurt, or I know you're not gonna be able to see all this. It's kind of like yogurt or frosting. So it's nice and thick, and but it glides on smoothly. So it shouldn't try to bleed, but just to make sure you have no bubbles, no bends, no fuzz, a good contact, okay? And you can just make sure and go over it several times. All right, so all set. Now, let's see here. What I want to do is kind of, all right. Okay. So, I think I want to do the words I think I want to do the words in, I feel like in order to see the words well, I think I'm going to do those in the currant jam. And I think I'm going to do the flowers in the peony. And then we'll do these, all the rest. You do see there's a few little hearts and stuff like that also. I'm just double checking. Let's see. Oh, those are sweet. Let's see what they did there. Maybe we could, for the hearts, just to add another little area of interest, maybe for the hearts, we could do them just a tad bit brighter. So maybe for the hearts at the end, just here or there, it's only a few, 1, 2, yeah, only a few. We'll use our raspberry sorbet, okay? All right, I think that's our color choices. I think we're good. Let's go for it. Now, like I said, this is just wet chalk paste. And I'm going to use my larger one since I'm doing the words. Now, I'll tell you this. Actually, let me go ahead and get all my, that one's probably going to be a detail tool, my tools that I'm going to need. And then get them all ready because this is a larger surface and we're working with 3 different colors. Now, you could do this all in, you could do it black and white. You could do it all one color. You don't have to do the different elements, different colors, but I'm a color person. If you've been here any length of time, you know that. The fact that I'm not doing any shimmer is a miracle, right? But because it's a larger transfer and we're using multiple colors, we're going to do a paste and peel technique because I don't want, like what happened with my gnome the other night, to happen with this. So what that means is we're going to do like this section. We're going to do here down and pull it up, and then we're going to do the next. So I want to make sure I have all of my paste ready to go. And I have only used that currant jam once. And I want to make sure all my paste is ready to go. And I have my squeegees ready. So all my tools, so we're set. Yeah, let's leave that one open too. I'm curious to know what colors you would choose. Let me know. Like, would you go with this? I mean, usually I try to find some kind of inspiration piece. I was saying that yesterday with my story. If you ever follow my stories, I do stories. I try to do them most every day, but with my stories from Hobby Lobby, I go there to get ideas and inspiration. I go to lots of different places to get ideas and inspiration, but you know, this particular one happens to be, you know what, I have these cute little flowers. We could use them on here. You know, we might even just do this on the bottom. Maybe we'll just do that on the bottom. Just 3 on the bottom and then find a nice little bow, or vice versa. Put these on the top and find a nice little bow that can dangle. So I may have to go hunting for some ribbon that'll coordinate with these because I don't know if I have any. I don't have a huge ribbon stash. I have quite a bit, but I don't have a huge ribbon stash like a lot of people do. I'm starting to acquire a little more because I do like working with it. Okay, so this is a small squeegee, and it is available in my shop. And then even the minis are now available for single purchase, just so you know. So what I'm going to do, these are 3-ounce jars of paste, and it's just wet chalk. I'm going to take it directly out of my jar because if I need more, I'll grab more. If I need to put some back, I can put some back. And we are going to just get started. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to, yeah, it's just not letting me, there we go. Okay, trying to make sure I can see any comments. All right, let's go for it. I love this color. It's like a berry color. It's not, because I have an ink and we have a paste that's berry, and it's more similar to this, I feel like. But now with chalk paste, you're just going to try to, with chalk paste, you can go either direction. Right and left and up and down, it's fine. With the ink, you don't. You pick one direction on that section that you're working on. And our squeegees are angled and flat side, and you can use whichever one you want. Sometimes I feel like with the ink, it's better to do the flat side and the squeegee of the squeegee, and then for chalk paste to do the angled side. And really, a little goes a long way. It might seem like I'm grabbing a lot, but I really am not. Once I'm done filling in, making sure I've got everything covered that I wanted to be covered in that color, I go back over it and just pull off any kind of extra. Let's set that aside while we move on to our peony. So we want to move kind of fast. Our chalk paste dries to the touch in about 5 minutes. That's why we have to do the paste and peel, because you don't want it to dry in your silkscreen area. Otherwise, it won't be on your surface that you've taken time to prepare. And then you have to wash your transfer and do it all over, like I did the other night. This would be a lovely gift for someone too. Housewarming gift or friendship gift. All right, we're done with that. Let's move on to our sage. I haven't used sage in a while, I don't think. And this is just a small squeegee cut into half, because I like lots of different sizes. And you don't have to be neat about it, you know. I mean, don't try to get it in the area you don't want it to. Stay with the color scheme area that you're working on. But your main focus is to try to get it in your, oh, I just went over a heart. Did I? I think I did. Can't tell. Let me see. I did. Oh, we might have to just do that heart in green. I missed one. I didn't notice it. I thought it was just part of my vine. I might have to try to go back over that in the other color. And I believe all these colors are in stock, but you, like I said, you can choose any color that works for you. Just using my little inspiration piece for mine. Okay, so now we're gonna do my little heart over here. This is my multi-purpose tool. I love, love, love this tool. It works in all the little tiny areas. I even have a smaller squeegee than this, but this one works perfect for this project. I can't decide. I'm gonna try. I don't know if it's gonna pick it up. I don't know if it's gonna pick it up. This paper towel, wipe it off. See if it'll pick it, because I already had the green on there. I don't think it's gonna pick it up. Oh no. All right, but I don't want to mix my colors, so always keep a wipe near you for your fingers. Okay, let's do our paste and peel. So I've already done that little section, but I don't want it to dry in my silk screen area. So, and I have my ceiling fan on, so that's probably not going to help anything. So I want to pull it back slowly, make sure I didn't miss anything. If I did, I can lay it right back down and apply more paste. But I'm going to pull it back slowly to where I've applied my chalk. And then I'm just going to lay, yeah, see that green? It didn't pick it up over there. I'm just going to lay it back down. Not going to press it down, I'm just going to lay it down because I don't want it to dry in my silkscreen area. So now that I've released it, it's on the surface and not on the silkscreen. And I'm just going to let it lay back down. Go back into the areas that you haven't done yet and make sure you press down again, because you may have accidentally, you know, pulled it up some. And like I said, you want a nice clean contact. Go ahead and do that little guy. Maybe I'll do my hearts first, since I have a hard time picking them out. See them? They hit them in there. These are actually the shape of hearts too, so I think that's what threw me off with the other vine down there. Yeah, okay, done. Done with that. And let's do our green. We'll just go backwards. We'll do it in reverse. Reverse order on this one. I hope you guys have had a great day. I can't believe we're at Thursday. Tomorrow's the weekend. Well, basically the weekend. We get started on the weekend. we get through most of the day. Then we're on our way to the weekend tomorrow. And Super Bowl weekend, how many of you, I'm curious, are going to be watching the Super Bowl? Or will you be doing something else? Will you be crafting? Or doing something else more fun? I'll probably be doing something along with watching the Super Bowl. I like to keep my hubby company, and I like to watch parts of the game. I like to watch the game. I don't mind it. I prefer in-person sporting events, but February is a busy month for us with having the little guy's birthday last weekend. We got the Super Bowl this weekend. Valentine's Day is Monday, right? And then my hubby's birthday is the end of next week. So we have a busy February. I had a niece who had a birthday this week too. So it's been a little bit going on. Okay, got it all. Now let's do our peony. Isn't this just the prettiest pink color? I wish I still had peonies. At my last home in Maryland, I had planted peonies one of the first years we moved in, and they did so well. And every single year, oh, I just got some on my leaf. Every single year, they came back and of course multiplied, and gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I have a neighbor that's my friend that's still, I'm just gonna try to wipe that off, that still lives there, and she'll send me pictures sometimes and show me the flowers blooming. I'm like, oh, cut some. But I do miss them. I haven't planted any here. I don't know if they do as well in this soil. This soil here is I'm in North Carolina. I'm about 15 miles or so outside of Raleigh, and it's a lot of clay here. So we have hills. We don't, it's not mountainous, but it's not flat. So we got quite a few hills, and it's a lot of clay. So I don't know if the peonies would do as good here, do as well. But I don't think I've even found any bulbs to plant. Maybe that's why, because they won't do well here. Now, this is considered handmade. You're doing one of a kind. It's going to be different even if you use the same colors, it's going to be different every single time you do it, because you're hand making it. But the end result is going to be fabulous. And with it being on the wood, just keep in mind, it may not be 100% perfect, because wood has imperfections, right? We're doing everything we can to kind of make it so that it will look as good as it can. But let's see if I can get that. Try not to be hard on yourself and enjoy the process and the result. Okay, let's pull again. We're going to pull it slowly. Make sure I haven't missed anything. Oh, that little heart over there needs a little more love. That one needs a little more love. That's why you pull it back slowly. You can check. Oh, it still needs love. I think that might be that area I felt was really sticky. Maybe it has too much. Maybe that's where the sticker was. No, I think it's on the back. Maybe a sticker was on there and I didn't realize it. That's okay. I can always touch it up afterwards if I want to. All right. I don't think I missed anything. Okay, so again, we're going to lay it right back down. That's our next area. Get some hearts. Get some love going. That's why I say, it can be a Valentine's present, but it doesn't have to be. It's just because the saying is talking about hearts. It's up to you. That's it. Only 2 hearts. All right, let's do our green again. I liked that order, so we'll just do that. I cannot wait to get my hands on the new shimmers. The new shimmer colors. Oh, guys, and the rose gold. I don't know if you saw that or not. I'm going to post, I'll probably share tomorrow all the colors that are coming out. But I said that was what my favorite things were. I think I shared that. I can't remember now. I think I shared a post with the new colors. Maybe I did that Tuesday or Wednesday. What I was most excited about was the colors. But there's a rose gold that I ordered. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see that. It's going to be so pretty. Come on. You know, sometimes I have to work it a little bit more, and I think that's because of the way the wood is. If I was doing it on a chalkboard, I wouldn't have that issue. It would be flat, or if I was doing it on glass or something like that. Okay, one more. It's so hard for me to believe that, you know, we're having 65, 70 degree weather again. It's like our weeks always start off cool and then they end up warm, and then by the weekend it's cool again. But I think this weekend is supposed to stay nice. But to see that there are other people still getting snow, like Michigan, I think has been getting hammered lately with snow. All right, let's do our peony. This is so relaxing to me, you guys. And it's so nice to have a finished product when you're done. Like you finish and you're done. And then I will wash this transfer and my squeegees in the sink with water. And even the big one that I did last night that I used ink and it was big, but just took it to the bathtub and washed it out. And the product is great. So I haven't heat set it yet. I've been still letting it dry. I've been busy, like I said. But I'm going to heat set that tonight, and it's going to be all ready to go. I'm going to put it in my shop tomorrow. And in my VIP group, I can also have sales like finished product. I can have sales on transfers, and I can also have sales on paste and anything I want to do in there. This out here on the page, I can only kind of demonstrate and tell you guys about stuff. All right, last but not least, what do you guys think so far? Y'all, I need some ribbon. Oh Lord, I hope I can find some ribbon that coordinates with it. I really don't feel like going shopping anymore. I've had to run to stores several times this week, and I'm kind of worn out. And here I was right in 2 craft stores yesterday. And I did look at the ribbon, but I was looking for more like spring and Valentine and St. Patrick's. I wanted a little bit of St. Patrick's stuff. Try to do a couple projects. We don't have a lot of transfers for St. Patrick's that would be, work for St. Patrick's Day. But I wanted to do a couple projects. That was when I got started last year, was St. Patrick's Day. I did my very first chalking project last year for St. Patrick's Day as an online class. And that's how I learned about the product. And I didn't even do well. I didn't do it well. But I decided after one try, I loved it. And then was just going to do it more often, and then decided to become a designer. Okay, my hands are clean. All right, so I'm going to pull it back this way since we just did this top part, and just pull it back slowly. Make sure I haven't missed any. A little place. Might be a fuzz. It might be the wood. My heart. My heart. Needs a little more love again. Let's see what happens. This top part's good. Yeah, it must be the wax. I'm going to add a little tiny bit more peony here. All right, let's see, guys. Ta-da! Yes. Oh, shoot. Must have grabbed. Now I'll tell you, anything that, if I have any boo-boos, I usually go back and fix it afterwards. I just use my smaller tools and I do it after I take the transfer off. Looks like maybe my transfer tried to stick to some of the areas I paste and peeled, but I can easily fix that. But what do you think, guys? Look how pretty. Isn't that pretty? See, I think that can go for either. It can be Valentine, it could be every day, it could be spring. I know my heart was glad today. I really was. It's amazing what some sunshine and warmer temperatures can do for your attitude. I didn't even have enough sleep and I still had to go. Still did. All right, so like I said, I think I'm going to, actually what we'll do is we'll go ahead and close these up. You don't want your paste to dry out, your chalk paste to dry out. The whole thing that makes it so great is that it stays moist so you can keep using it and using it. This will last a long time until your jar runs out. Even if it dries out, there are tips and tricks that I have for you guys that can help with how to salvage it. But I have a little few places that I'm going to do some touch up on after it's dry all the way. I'm not going to use the whole transfer to do it. I'm just going to use some of my tools. Like this is in our artist tool set. Look at that little guy. I use him all the time. All the time. If not, I can use a paintbrush. But you want to keep the air out and the moisture out. That's why even with the single packets, like I've mentioned before, you can get more than one project out of them. But you need to make sure they're sealed, and I'm more than happy to tell you how to do that. But that's going to dry, and what we could do, I really do think, let's go ahead and plug in I should have done it beforehand. Let me get a glue stick, too, because I used up my last of my glue stick last night. And I'm going to spray some water on my transfer, because I want to keep it moist until I can get it to the sink to wash it. Or the tub, maybe. I want to keep it moist. And like I said, these transfers are reusable 10, 12, or more times. The company guarantees 10 to 12, or actually I think it's 12. But it can even be more than that if you take good care of them. You can get more uses out of it. And basically that's as long as you keep your silk screen area clean. So. Most of that's probably dry. Like this feels pretty dry. That feels pretty dry. This up here might be a little moist, but it doesn't really, this for sure is. But let's warm up our heat gun, or our glue gun, so that I can add our flowers. So I really think, fluff these up a little bit. And with several of our kits, we have a new Chalkmate kit. And of course we did the Creative Kickstart kit that I still haven't shared with y'all yet. But a few of our Chalkmate kits come with the embellishments now, like felt flowers like this. But these are actually pretty good quality considering that they're from the DT. Let's see, do I want to do that? Or do I want to do... And now that I look at it, this is probably more along that lines of that color, but than the current jam was, but that's okay. So we got to decide, are we going to do two light pink and one darker? Or do we already have enough dark and we want one pink? Maybe we'll do it that way. Because I have a lot of pink on there, light pink on there. So maybe we'll do, I'm just fluffing these up a little bit, y'all. And then once our glue gun's gone, we'll just kind of place these on here. Just figure out how I want my little leaves to go. Kind of make that one up and down. And just zhuzh it a little. Okay, you guys, if you've seen any ribbon that's going to go with this, coordinate with it, let me know. I did find the prettiest, I don't know, maybe I'll even use that somehow. I found the prettiest ribbon yesterday in the spring section of Hobby Lobby. It was so pretty. That's one thing we don't sell is ribbon, so I can tell you guys about that. But, okay. maybe kind of like that. Maybe like that. But I will take this twine off of here and I'll probably attach new up here. And if I can come up with a ribbon down there, I may use the ribbon to coordinate as well, because I like to do that, as opposed to just taking a piece of this. Like, I could reuse that twine and staple it onto the back. But I'll probably, if I can find some ribbon instead, then that's probably what I'll do. I'm just going to put them really close together, but the more I'm looking at it, I'm thinking it might be better like this. All right, I'll place the middle one and then we'll go from there. I think. Is it warm enough? Always afraid to burn myself. I'm going to do just a generous amount. Get that where I want it and then press it down. And once it's attached, then I'll worry about fluffing it again. I had no idea when I picked up this surface, it was just on clearance, and I think it was like 70% or more clearance. I'm like, oh, I need that, I need that, I need it. It's a piece of wood, I could definitely do something with that. I had no idea what I was going to use it for, but this works perfectly. All right. Always get the strings. Always get the strings. If you're using a glue gun, if for some reason you have not ever used a glue gun and you're joining me, make sure that make sure that it is melted, the glue, that it's nice and warm. And give it a generous amount and then hold it and press it down and hold it in place. Just be careful not to burn your fingers, because that can happen. I did that a couple times last night. And I was adding little flowers to my gnome. Did you see the gnome? Didn't he turn out cute? I added some little flowers to him. They were supposed to be stickers, but I hot glued them on, so they would be cute. All right, it feels like everybody's attached. I'm gonna unplug that. I could even put one of these at the bottom, but I don't think I'm going to. I don't think I'm going to, because usually I stay with even numbers. I like to try to stay with even numbers. And I'm sure I'll have a nice use for that at some point. So, all right, I just have to, I'm on the hunt now for some, just those up a little. I'm on the hunt now, you guys, for some good ribbon to go with this. Isn't that pretty? And then, like I said, I'll attach it up here. I'll just use some needle nose pliers or something to get this out. Attach it up here and then do a nice bow across the bottom.